Hey everybody, Wayne back again. And I just want to do a video for Chevy Cheeseburger's top 10 model car list. And yeah, this is the 69 Nova that I did for the cancer awareness build. And I just want to go over a few things that we have done. First off, everything, all the paint that's on this car is all acrylic. There is no enamel, there's no lacquer. It is straight acrylic. So I just want to dispel some myths that acrylics do good on bodies. Now, I did not open the doors, I didn't open the trunk. What I wanted to do was to show how we can detail a car because I still have need practice on opening doors and opening trunks. So I wasn't doing this one here. So what I did was photo etch, added photo etch to it. We have the turn signals, clearance lights, the Nova, the door locks are all photo etched. The trunk lock is photo etched, and it's a combination of the also with the decals from the car, the SS decals and the decal for the hood and for the engine marker. And you'll see in the slideshow after this some more of the paint detail. As for the engine, this is just a box. It's right out of the box, and it was my first time using a distributor kit. I've always modified the stock kit. So battery has been detailed with decals. The washer bottle was detailed with some paint. Like I say, just a play on paints to bring out the details with black wash for the fins on top of the valve covers. I painted the filters to make them look a little more realistic. The grill itself is black wash with Tamiya smoke. Instead of using thin down black paint, I used a Tamiya smoke on it. For the underside, again, it is just playing on the colors, the variations of the colors. Just a satin black chassis, and then we did Tamiya gunmetal on the headers and the transmission, and then it was Tamiya flat aluminum on the pipes, and we've got the a bright silver on the mufflers, and of course the track bars are done in yellow, but I've also did the rubber bumpers in black, and all the brackets are done in the silver. So that's and then on the interior, you cannot see on the interior right now because it is a dark purple. But it's a combination of the street and the race. The roll cage was painted with a bright silver. Shifter knob was sanded down so it was white, so it represented the hearse ball. And so that is about it. Just like I say, it is just a good combination of paints to bring out the details, to make the model a little more realistic. Like I said, there will be a slideshow right after this with all the build pictures. The only thing that I scratch built was the exhaust on the underside, and all I did was modify the box stock. I just modified the box stock, and what I did was the mufflers, they're in the same spot, and then instead of taking it out under and out the back, what I did was the two dumps at the end, just cut them off the mufflers, drilled them, put them into the mufflers, and now I've got the 2 dumps at the axle. That's the only real scratch building that I did on it. Everything else just fell into place with the box kit. But the paint itself, I get to the paint. The paint itself, like I said, it's all acrylic. So we used the Folk Art metallic in the pearl white. There is 4 coats of the pearl white on top of the white body. There was no primer. The body itself was sanded down to 12,000 grit to make it super smooth. We had some nasty mold lines going across here and across the top of the sail panel and across the top of the front fender. These ones in here were nasty. So they took a lot of sanding. And then for clear, I used the Aztec clear gloss. And what we did with that is there's 4 coats of the Aztec clear gloss, and then it was again cut, wet sanded, starting with 1500 grit and going all the way back up to the 12,000 grit again. And then it was the Novus 2, and then a final turtle wax on top of that. So it is the paint like this. The paint's almost flawless. There's a couple spots in it that were in the paint, not the clear. But the paint has a really good shine to it, and I proved to myself that these acrylic clears, you can wet sand and buff them very successfully. So that is my entry into the top 10 list being put on by Chevy Cheeseburger, and again, slideshow at the end. So until the next time, everybody, cheers.